This Wonderkid is amazing, he doesn't cost too much, he's guaranteed to turn into a world beater in all of your saves, and he starts off looking phenomenal anyway, so he can contribute to a lot of sides right from the off. He is absolutely phenomenal, so let's run the intro and get right into it. Hello everyone, Jake here for FMSCOUT and welcome to another episode of Wonderkid to Superstar, where we take a Wonderkid, put them to the higher end of their potential range to see what kind of player you might get in your saves. Very excited to show you today's player. He looks phenomenal, so without further ado, let's get right into it and where you can find him. In the Danish divisions, there is a club named FC Nordsjælland, and you might already know who we're talking about here if you've already been playing FM23, but stick with us because we'll show you just how to get the best out of him and just how well he can do in his career. So anyway, in their team, if we go by all players and filter by age, you will find an 18-year-old by the name of Andreas Schelderup. Now it should be noted, I only have the Spanish First Division loaded here, set to large database, that's it. We haven't included the Danish divisions, I haven't included Norwegian players. He is just in most of your guys' saves and he looks phenomenal. The 18-year-old is already a star for his club and his technical attributes are off the charts. His mentals look great as well and his physicals also look pretty decent, but it's going to get so much better than this and we will show you how. You're able to sign him usually for under £10 million. It looks like here we'd be able to get him for 7 or so million. In my Leicester save on my channel, we managed to sign him in season 1, so it's certainly possible, but he's a great passer of the ball, already a good finisher, good crosser, great dribbler, first touch. He looks like he is going to be the real deal. So now we're going to move him to our club. We'll show you the training, the mentoring and the tactics that we use to get the best out of him, and then show you his whole career when he's playing every single game possible, and we can see just how good Schelderup can become. So here we are, Schelderup has joined our Real Madrid team. Before we get into it, don't forget to like the video if you do enjoy and subscribe for more content like this so you don't miss out on any of the best Wonderkids. Your support is massively appreciated, and remember, comment who you'd like to see next down below. But Schelderup, here he is at Real Madrid. We will be using him in the 4-2-3-1 Gegenpress preset as the inside forward on the left hand side, and we're going to ask the assistant manager whilst we're holidaying to play him as often as possible and to try and get him as much game time. Now you can see straight away his value has inflated massively since joining our Real Madrid team, and we were able to pick him up through actual negotiations for £7.75 million. I'm sure you guys could get that down even lower. Now the great thing about Schelderup is he actually has a fixed potential rating, meaning in all of your saves, providing he gets the right training and the right opportunities, he has the same ceiling that he can reach every time. There shouldn't be any randomness about it in that sense. Some players' potential is within a range, but Schelderup has a fixed number that he will always reach, and I believe it's within the 160 and the 170 mark, but I can't remember exactly what number it is. Now in terms of his training and development, we're not going to do any additional focuses. I'll be giving him double intensity throughout his career here at Real Madrid, and I'm just going to ask him to focus in on that inside forward on the attack duty so he can just learn the attributes for that position, which he's already very good at by the way, and over time his mentals and his physicals will follow up and catch up with him. He's being mentored by some of the better players at the club as well, so hopefully we will see him turn into a real star. But first, let's see him after a couple of years to see how he's getting on and how his development is going. So here we are in 2025, a few years have passed and Andreas Schelderup is now 21 years of age. He's had, I think, 3 seasons at Real Madrid, and you will see the injury sign on him. He has got unlucky with a few injuries. I think at one point he damaged his cruciate ligaments, which might set him back a little bit in his development. But over the course of his career, he should be okay to recuperate those attributes and catch up to where he should be. But at the age of 21, he has 17 caps for Norway, who have a great young side now. 2 goals for them, and his attributes are beginning to come along a fair bit. His passing and technique has gone up, as has his dribbling. His physicals and mentals have begun to develop quite a bit as well, and if it wasn't for those injuries, we'd be seeing a much higher level of growth. But in terms of how he's performed on the pitch, in the 2 seasons where he was actually available and fit. He played 34 times in season 1. Bear in mind, he was only 18 or so here. He scored 14 goals with 7 assists, and then next season he assisted 8 and got 9 goals, and he's been hitting very good average match ratings since playing for our team. Bear in mind, he was young here. When he is at the top of his game, he is going to be even better. So he's developed quite a lot now, but how will he look in the prime of his career? Let's forward ahead and find out. It's 2032 now. The Norwegian is 28 years of age. He's been a massive part of Real Madrid's side, and look at the phenomenal player that he has become. Before we take too much of a look into him, I'd like to let you guys know that I do have my own channel linked in the description where we have a Leicester save going on, and we are within touching distance of 10,000 subscribers on there. We need 30 or so at this point, so if anyone wants to come over and hit that subscribe button, it would mean a lot. If you just want to check out that Leicester save, even just episode 1, a lot of people have came over from FMSCOUT and said they've really enjoyed the series, and we do actually have Shoulder Up in our team there, where he wasn't so injury plagued, and even after a year, he is developing into a top draw player. But speaking of top draw player, look at him here. He looks amazing. Now, don't get me wrong, things could be better. I think those injuries have taken something out of him. And also, if you're looking at those star ratings and thinking, oh, Jake, he's only a 3.5 star player, if you don't already know, star ratings are only comparable to other people in the side. So if you had Mbappe or Haaland, they're going to be the 5-star player, and everyone else is going to be compared to those guys. So Shoulder Up, being a 3.5-star player at Real Madrid, able to sign for £7 million is still a very, very good deal. Because of the club that he starts at, he should be available for most people to sign, but his physicals have came on a lot. He's very agile, pacey, with good stamina and balance. If only his strength had gone up a little bit, we'd be talking about some very nice physical attributes for an inverted winger inside forward on that left-hand side. His mental attributes look very, very good. They've continued to develop throughout the years. Vision, composure, and anticipation of the highest level. Add in some great passing, technique, great penalty taking as well. I didn't actually set him to take penalties or corners in the simulation or free kicks. Maybe he's automatically been put there, but that would have been a good way to get his numbers up, but we didn't do it. 14 long shots, 17 dribbling, 16 first touch, crossing, finishing as well. This guy is the complete package and could do pretty much any role you ask of him. Just as a side note as well, if you wanted to make him an advanced forward up front, he's certainly got the attributes to be able to do that at a very high level. He looks so good. 24 goals and 81 Norway caps. But how has he performed for our Real Madrid side? Well, the answer is very well. He came back from that injury-plagued season to hit 7 goals and 17 assists, then a decent season after that, but since then he has been hitting some crazy numbers, particularly in the most recent years where he got 40 goal contributions in one La Liga season, 16 assists and 24 goals with a 7.7 average match rating. And just so you know, I do have a simulation right at the end of his career, so I'll quickly swap to that and show you his numbers there. And there you go, he continued to score goals and assists for those last few seasons. Oh, some of these numbers are crazy. 44 goal contributions in 37 La Liga games here. Particularly these last 7 or 8 years of his career have been phenomenally good in terms of his numbers, and you can see the kind of player he could have become here a lot earlier if he didn't get those major injuries. He hasn't won any Ballon d'Ors whilst being at the club, but he was runner-up in one season. There you go, in 2033. And if you look, he's always been in the running for the award. 3rd place here, behind the very, very prolific Benjamin Sesko. Yeah, Andreas Shoulder Up was one of the best players in the world, and if it wasn't for an injury-plagued couple of years, and also the fact that he isn't an out-and-out striker, he would have picked up so many awards, was consistently considered one of the best players in world football, and he is now a Real Madrid icon and one of football's global superstars. Although time has taken its toll on the player, he still looks so good. I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. The fact that he is so readily available, cheap in most of your saves, and also will consistently hit that same peak of his career in all of your saves means he's a great signing. If his physical attributes started off a little better, I might give him a 10, but for now the only 10 is Endrick. But that is our Wonderkid to Superstar on Andreas Shoulder Up. Let us know who you'd like to see next, like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more. Don't forget to check out my channel in the description. Thank you for watching and have a great day everyone. I'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.